Breaking news, the Fed meeting just occurred a few minutes ago. Today we're going to be talking about what Jerome Powell said, the effects of Jerome Powell and the Fed on the crypto market as well as the US market. So make sure to stick around if you want to know what is next for crypto, for Bitcoin, Ethereum. Are we going to see a $2,000 price range for Ethereum? A $25,000 price range for Bitcoin? Make sure to stick around if you want to know what is next for crypto. With that said, make sure to turn on your post notification and subscribe right now if you want to stay updated with crypto, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. With that said, this is DC Trading. Make sure to hit the like button and let's get right into it. Okay, so before we get into Ethereum, Bitcoin, what's next for the crypto? First, we are going to be talking about the Fed meeting. There are a few key points he talked about, Jerome Powell talked about in the Fed meeting. First off, breaking news, he did raise the interest hikes to 75 basis points. Does he plan on raising it in September, which is in 8 weeks? Well, what he did tell us is there is a possibility he still might raise the interest hikes to 75 to 100 basis points. It's still not out of the equation. What he did also say is he is going to react based off the numbers that come out instead of telling his plan, because he said the future is very uncertain. This was a key point I got out of the meeting. He said, Jerome Powell, this came out of his mouth, not word for word, but something similar to this. He basically said the future is uncertain, and it's the most uncertain it has ever been. And then later on in the meeting, one of the people in the audience asked a question about the GDP coming out and recession. The lady asked about a recession. She said, if the GDP comes out negative tomorrow, which it does come out tomorrow. If it comes out negative, she said, is it a recession? Are we in a recession? Well, Jerome Powell knew that question was coming up. He was prepared and basically said it was not his job on the GDP and said that they're still not in a recession. Obviously, he knew it was going to be asked. He was ready for the answer to answer that question. There's a lot of uncertainties right now in the US. As a result, if we look closely to, now we're moving on to the markets, to the US index. After the meeting, if we look at the 1 hour, it tanked as the meeting was going on because there was so much uncertainty. He did not say that we're going to stop. Inflation is not going to stop. He didn't say it was cooling down at all. This is a bad sign for the US market. As a result, the US index did fall as the meeting went on and on and on. But for cryptocurrency, Ethereum and Bitcoin and all of crypto, as you guys can see, everything is up over 5%. VeChain 5%, Crypto.com up 6%, Binance up 7%, XRP up 5%, Cardano up 7%, Bitcoin up 7%, Ethereum up 9%, Shiba Inu up 4%, Sandbox up 8%. So as you guys know, right now the crypto market is in the greens. This is good for crypto because with so much uncertainty in the US economy, the only way to go is Bitcoin, because Bitcoin and Ethereum and the cryptocurrency market is the answer to our solution for all the struggles right now we are going through with the US economy because of all the corruption, all the stuff going on. We also, during the meeting, if we look, yes guys, actually stop, cut that off. So we're going to be looking first at the 1 hour for Bitcoin. if we look right here, Bitcoin during the meeting pumped during the meeting. Before the meeting yesterday, we did dip all the way down to as low as 20,600. Many people, including myself, was, in fear that this meeting would, tank the crypto market. But there was a lot of good news because of uncertainties and Bitcoin and cryptocurrency being the answer. A lot of people started buying. As you guys can see, the last 2 hours, the buying volume was up. And if you look right here, the moving 200 average, we are back above the moving 200 average on the hourly. This is great news for Bitcoin. Can we stay above and close the daily candle above 23,000? That would be very, very good. And we're back above this ascending channel that we broke back down, but now we're up again. We still have about 4 days left before the end of the week. We have plenty of time to close because, guys, I'm telling you, if we look right here on the weekly, as I said before, the goal was to close last week's candle above 22,700. We failed to do so. If you guys can see right here, we failed to do so. We fell right below, and that was our only chance of being, bullish and seeing higher prices for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. As a result, we did dip all the way down to 20,000, but we did manage to, make our way back up, and we still have 4 days to close back above. Right now, we're above the 200 moving average for Bitcoin on the weekly candle. If we close above this, we can most definitely see higher prices for Bitcoin. I'm telling you guys, we can see a lot of higher prices if we close the weekly candle above 22,700. This is why I am hopeful that we, close above 22,000 or 23,000. But if we look right here, guys, the retracements, if we close above the 200 moving average, we can see prices for, Bitcoin possibly heading towards the $25,000 price range and possibly 29,000 in the next few weeks. Maybe not, maybe so, guys, but I'm hopeful for this. That's why we have to watch out for the weekly candle for Bitcoin and Ethereum. As you guys can see, we did go up here and then we dipped and now we're up here. This is what I'm planning on happening, guys. But with that said, we are going to be looking at let's see real quick at Ethereum next. So Ethereum, very, very similar. We're back up. As you guys can see, the weekly time frame, we did manage to break above. We can possibly see higher prices also if we look right here. Whoops. Not the weekly. Let's look at the daily. Sorry, guys. The daily right here. I'm telling you, right here, we can possibly see the 1800s if Bitcoin closes above the $22,700 price range, which is above the 200 moving average. If we take a closer look at Ethereum right now on the hourly time frame, we are back above the 200 moving average, above the hourly candles are on the 1 hourly. And if we put on the Bollinger Band, during the past few hours, we did manage to pump up after the Fed meeting because there's some good news for crypto to grow right now. With so much uncertainty in the U.S. economy, as you guys can see, we did dump all the way down to 1,300, but managed to pump all the way up to as high as 1,600 within a span of less than 24 hours. This is some great news for crypto, for Ethereum, ETH, for Bitcoin. Yes, so if we want to see a $1,800 price range for Ethereum along with Bitcoin heading to $25,000 to $29,000 price range, well guys, first off, we need Bitcoin to close the weekly candle above the 200 moving average, which is around 22,700. So I would round that up to 23,000. We need a Bitcoin price to close above $23,000 on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin and Ethereum to head to these, specific price targets of 1,800 for Ethereum and 25 for Bitcoin. With that said, this is DC Trading. Make sure to subscribe because I will get in more depth once, more information comes out, because the GDP comes out tomorrow. What does this mean for crypto? All the recession, inflation, interest rates, all that stuff. With that said, this is DC Trading. Make sure you guys subscribe, turn post notification, absolutely smash the like buttons, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.